All right, my name is Kimberley Patton. Today is the end of T3 class going on to externship, and I am in the Culinary Diploma program. So I won the President's Award today. It was very unexpected for me, but it really shows that the effort that I put in and being here every day and on time and making sure that I put in every effort and had a great attitude in the kitchen. I'm glad to see that that was noticed and that I made some sort of an impression in order to be awarded that.
Why was it so important for you to volunteer and be here as much as you could?
Well, I'm an older student, so it kind of, to me, it was my obligation, and I'm paying for a course. I wanted to do the best that I could. I wanted to learn as much as I could. And the opportunities here outside of the actual class, volunteering on the weekends for the special projects, signing up for all of the extra outside and extracurricular things. To me, I wanted to get the best experience and the most I could out of it. If I was going to learn something, every chef that had an outside activity, every opportunity to be at a catering event, doing stuff at the FSA Cook Challenge, all of those things to me were just heightening my experience and a learning opportunity every time that I did those things.
What do you feel the benefit of that was for you in the long run?
It gave me a wider range of other people's skills and other people's techniques, seeing how things are done differently in different atmospheres. Doing the Cooks Challenge at the FSA convention was very challenging, and it was done in a confined space, completely different than what you learn in a classroom setting. So it kind of gave you a little bit more of a real world feel. Doing the extracurricular, learning how to can the tuna, doing the charcuterie for Olympic provisions. All of those things are just the extra things that are added, and now I see other avenues that I may want to take my future learning or my future culinary experiences in. I have been a state employee for a long time, which is great because you have benefits, you have retirement. But I turned 50 and I decided I was going to say yes to a whole bunch of things. When you have a family and you're raising kids and you're in a job that you are pretty much committed to doing, you tend to not take the experiences and the opportunities that you have to do other things. You say no a lot, either for financial reasons or because your kids need you. So when I turned 50, I decided I was going to start saying yes. And one of the things I wanted to do, I went to Jamaica, and they had just the buffets and everything that were there and the outside things, and I thought, okay, I've always had a passion for cooking. Maybe I want to work at resorts for a couple years. Maybe I want to work at ski lodges. Maybe I want to work in Alaska, different places. So I thought, okay, I need to go to culinary school and I need to get these skills and I need to find out what is necessary to be a chef in those things. I knew coming in that I would probably be the oldest, or at least one of the very oldest in the class, because it was kind of something that people choose to do either out of high school or once they've had a little bit of college or have had a little bit of life experience and they decide that they want to be a chef. So I knew I was going to be the older one, and I was a little bit concerned that I would be slower and that it might be a little bit too fast-paced for me, but I found completely the opposite. The way that the program is designed starts you off, gives you all the basic skills, and you move forward from there. And the pace picked up considerably as you go through the course, but I don't feel that it was overwhelming at all. You deal with a lot of different age groups, maturity levels, and life experiences. So it was really kind of fun being with people who are younger, people who had some life experience and some who had none at all, and working as teams and then individually as we progress through the program. Seeing the experience and the knowledge of chefs like Chef Brophy, Chef Ken, Chef White, I'm kind of leaning in a more philanthropic way. I currently do lots of volunteer work. I'm the Northwest representative for an international volunteer organization. And so now I'm looking more towards turning my farm into a sustainable farm. But I'm also looking into doing cooking and working with the lower income and the students in the outer areas that are on the food programs, and showing them and getting them involved in foods, cooking foods, preserving foods. I think the chef instructors were amazing, starting out with Chef Fide, learning the simple things like toasting spices and what spices go together, and just the basics from him, the charcuterie from Chef Ken and his experiences, Chef Brophy, the many hours with him and his immeasurable knowledge in whole product, animal usage, master gardening, all of that stuff was phenomenal. Chef Blythe, his artistry and experiences with that. Chef Culpepper in the kitchen. Who else did I have? Chef White. That was the ethics class, just opened up a whole new world of other things, especially with the sustainability and GMOs and that type of thing. And even the other instructors that we just had, like Chef Hobson for one day or something like that, just brings a little bit more of somebody else's experiences and techniques and maybe a different way of looking at doing something.
Anything else you want to say?
It's a fantastic school, and even the people behind the scenes, the ones taking video, the ones working in the office, the receptionist over in the administration office, the admissions counselors, everybody since day one, since I made my first phone call, has just been here to help us. And you see the president and the upper management of the school out in the school just as much as everybody else, and that's neat to see.